Now, as Ghana prepares to join the world to celebrate World Food Day on Saturday, agricultural sector stakeholders are urging government to increase support for youth involvement in agriculture programs to help make the country food secured. With Ghana's aging farming population, there are concerns youth rejection of agric as a form of employment will endanger the country's food security once the older population phases out. Saturday's World Food Day celebration is under the theme Our Actions, Our Future, Better Production, Better Nutrition, a Better Environment, and a Better Life. Team leader at the Alliance for a Green Revolution in Africa, AGRA, Anthony Ngosi, says the youth are the future to securing Ghana's food security. He joins us live via Zoom with some insights. Good afternoon, Mr. Ngosi.
Good afternoon, sir.
Now, why is it important that we factor the youth in various agri policies and programs, which is something you at AGRA has been doing?
Yes, it is very important indeed, because we are in an era where there is so much youth unemployment that is causing many social problems across the continent. We have seen fragile states such as Burundi, Somalia, and South Sudan, where youth unemployment has constituted a lot of political instability. We have also seen, countries like Kenya, where there's been an increase of betting, and there's been a very big exodus from the rural areas to the urban areas. And that's just one of the many things. We've also seen a lot of youth trying to cross the Sahara Desert to go to Europe in search of opportunities. So this is a very, very big problem. We see that there's a lot of youth that are about 72% of youth in the country, in the continent, are currently unemployed.
Now, so what should government be doing to help ensure some more youth involvement in agric?
Yes, there's a lot of opportunities in the agricultural sector that governments and other development partners should be exploring. And these are in value chains where youth can serve as agro dealers. They're very quick to adopt technologies, to use digital technologies and so on. So they can really improve efficiencies across value chains by virtue of their being very good in digital technologies.
And you've been championing this youth entrepreneurship development program. Can you explain more to us?
Yes. So, for example, here in Ghana, there was a very big problem of aflatoxin in maize, which is causes the fact that maize cannot be exported to the very lucrative markets. When we're talking about sensitive markets which require very high level quality maize, like the baby food, Nestle was having to import maize from all the way from Europe and other places.
Right.
But by working with youth, we have been able to reduce aflatoxin contamination in maize, and that has provided lucrative markets to Ghanaian farmers, and also to export the produce to Europe and other places.
All right, thank you very much for your time. Team leader at the Alliance for a Green Revolution in Africa, AGRA, Anthony Ngosi. Let's probe this further, and we're being joined on the phone line by Kwame Boateng, an agriculturist and CEO of Sahel Grains Limited. Kwame, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon, Kwame. Hello? Right, so it looks like we don't have Kwame on the line. Let's go back to our earlier story where we want to speak with Kwame Boateng, an agriculturist and CEO of Sahel Grains Limited, on the back of the celebration of World Food Day on Saturday. Good afternoon, Kwame.
Good afternoon.
Now, so the Youth Agripreneurship Development Program Initiative and similar initiatives that help encourage youth involvement in agri, how can they be scaled up for the benefit of more young people all over the country?
Sure. Okay. Right. So let me just give you some context on this. Right. So it is youth entrepreneurship development in the Southern Zone. Right. There are three thematic areas. The first is youth. Second is entrepreneurship, and the third is the Southern Zone. Right. So the youth, we're mostly looking at people from 20 to 35. The reason is that we're in a country where the median age is around 21 years. You look at a typical farmer, the median age for farmers, much closer to 50. So there's a mismatch there. So we're trying to create we're trying to create a success profile, what a successful youth business farmer looks like. And that takes us to the second thematic area, entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Agriculture, entrepreneurship. You fuse those two together, you get an entrepreneurship, right? And this is, we put aside what used to happen previously, where you think of a farmer, you think of like a cutlass, a hoe, and then you go to farm, right? This is having the mindset of farming as a business, agriculture as a business.
Right.
How do you make sure you manage your books, you have suppliers, people you sell maize to, you can probably negotiate forward contracts, forward agreement, supply relationships with, right?
Okay, now,
and then the third thematic.
Kwame, so you have been involved in capacity building initiatives for young people in agriculture. What exactly are the kind of skills that you think the youth need to help ensure they succeed in their agriculture?
Sure, good, right. So the way to think about this is that there is no distinction between how you're going to run a typical business and how you're going to run agriculture as a business, right? So the typical training and capacity and skills you probably need to run a business, those are the kind of skills that we try to impart on. Leadership is very important. You need to really understand your business, you need to understand agriculture, right? So, and agronomy is key. We try to make sure that they are technically very grounded. Time management is important. Knowing how to schedule, your time across the season, how to prepare your farm, how to plant, making sure you are really, your time utilization is very, is maximized. And also making sure that you understand problems, how to solve problems, critical thinking. So it is more like, how do you actually manage your farm as a business, right?
Okay.
From suppliers to inputs to manage your partnerships and so on, right? So it is, and we will have like a 3-day training classroom session, right? So it is very in-depth, very focused.
All right, thank you very much. Kwame Boateng is an agriculturist and also CEO of Sahel Grains Limited, speaking to us on the back of the celebration of World Food Day and places the emphasis on youth development in agri. And that's it for business. And my name is Emmanuel Boateng.